All right, we have a game. So this is a rated game, a 3v3 rated game on Nomad. So this version of Nomad has the ocean around the outside, and like Nomad, you have to choose where your town centre is going to be and start getting up as soon as possible, and then it all unfolds from there. So introductions are, so for Team Brother, we have in light blue, who is still yet to put down, we have Lily Bijou, and he's having to think of where the best place could be to put down the town centre. That looks like a great area there. Have to remember that like it is in the dark for them, so they can't see everything, but you got a wood line, you've got minerals, you've got food, close to the ocean. That's a great place. With him, we have Elizabeth, which is very close to Eggman here. So he's put down again on a wood line, good use of minerals, and actually walling in the gold straight away. Okay, must know something we don't. And then lastly for Team Brother is Better Brother, and he's building here. So we have two teammates relatively close together here, and we also have well, their opposing team, Team EAGL. So we have Eggman, so he's on the frontier. It's going to be, oh, there's a fight over the rhino here. Eggman wants it, but he's going to lose that one. He is going to try and ensure that he can get those ox though. Tried for the kill, didn't get that, but he did get 2 ox out of it, so all is not lost. So Eggman's partner is Here Be Monsters, and he's up on the coast, coastal lad. Lots of wood there, which is what you want to be doing. And making up the third, we have Handy, who also has nice wood line, some ox, some gold nearby. Now, along with this map, you have a choice of fishing, which is advised. So taking up that offer is Eagle Handy. He's straight away on the dock with a fishing ship coming out very shortly. And we have Lily, I'm just going to call it Lee. He's also set up for the dock over this side of the map as well. Eggman also has a dock going, fishing ship coming out. Monsters has their dock up. So that would seem to be everyone. Unless, so blue also has the dock. All right, so this one is going to be quite frantic. So 6 players. There's going to be lots going on. The first 10 minutes or so is going to be relatively peaceful as people get established, get their village account up. This has become, though, the demarcated, disputed line. So Green has taken the decision to start walling up that area. Doesn't want anything coming through that he's not prepared for. So, what does Green actually see? So he does know for sure that Eggman is there. And he has decided to actually enclose Eggman. Doesn't trust Eggman one bit. Interesting. All right, economically, Team EAGL has gotten off to a flyer. 38 economic units compared to 32 for Team Brother. Nice play for the walling in. I do like that. I do like that. I wonder if Eggman sees that. What does he make of that? So he doesn't know about the wall down here. He does know about it here. So I wonder if he's going to get a bit of a surprise moment when he tries to expand out, but realizes that he's stuck. All right, meanwhile, blue is also deciding to construct some sort of wall here. So what does blue know of the map? So he's done a little bit of reconnaissance. You've seen Eggman over here. So not really sure what the motivation is to wall that early. Right, he must have a good experience with it and just likes the safety aspect. So why not? Why not? All right, Lily coming along. He's got the lumber camp down. He's also got 3 fishing ships out now. 4 fishing ships actually. All right, so Handy has 5 ships out. So Team Eagle, economically, you know, they've really invested well here. So a full 10 units ahead at this stage. So worker efficiencies, just to focus on some interesting stats while people build up. So Handy with the best worker efficiency in the last minute, 80-ish%. The worst is on Team Brother. So Elizabeth, work efficiency not as good as everyone else, and that's most likely because of the effort gone into walling, and come over and wall there as well. Similar situation for blue, I imagine. Efficiency around the 70% because of the time taken to come out and wall this area and explore around a little bit. All right, so we have Eggman. He's decided to go up now. So he will be first up, followed by Lily Bijou. So both Lily and Handy are pretty much out of the way. All the early battle is going to be taking place here. So green has set up a flare to signal that Eggman is walling up. So blue's come over to help out. So all of Team Handy on their way up. Right, Eggman is the first up. Monsters is coming to... Looks like he's coming to get that stone or gold. He's coming to get that gold, okay. Alright, so Eggman, concentrating on houses at the moment. He does have a blacksmith going up. No military buildings yet from what I can see. Strong fishing fleet from Eggman. Also Handy. He's taking the time to redock as he goes around the map. Same for blue here. So Handy, a bit of a wall himself. Alright, so we do have some early encounters here. So villager skirmish. Monsters chasing that guy out of town. It's chasing and chasing and chasing. Alright, we might come back to that and see how that one panned out. Alright, so the wall has stood. So Eggman, massive on the wood. And I think that is... Well, it was funding his fishing fleet, but blue is out with fires. And I don't believe that there's any counter on the field for that. So it's highly likely that Eggman's going to lose all the fishing there. Likewise, monsters doesn't have any protection on the water. What about Handy? So Handy now has the 3 docks along the edge. So relatively calm and peaceful. I don't know if he realizes. Yeah, so he doesn't see the fishing from Blue there, just up the road. And that's a massive 23 fishing ships there. So EAGL, EAGL Eggman is going up to Castle at the moment. He will be the first. He will have to say goodbye to his food economy though. So it's just 5 on food now for Eggman. So he probably wasn't really hoping for that as he was heading up into Castle. But we do have Handy on his way up now as well. So Blue is up to Castle. And he will probably have seen Handy's fishing fleet here now. Let's see. Yep, he does see that. So there may be a reaction. There may be some contest in the water there. He's going for yet another dock. So all of Team Handy are heading up to the castle. And we do have Handy just being a little bit annoying with the scout there, just letting him know that he knows. And we also have Lily taking out Monster's fishing economy now. So Handy again, just making his presence known there. Still no ships there yet, but Handy does have 5 galleys on the way. Alright, so Eggman has got a castle right in the middle of this disputed area, and that is going up, and that's going to cause some headache for green. Right, so Handy does have some ships on the field, but there are fires from blue. So it is forcing a relocation of blue's fishing ships, although they are just going after that last bit of deep fish down there. So the fires are likely to win this one. Looks like Handy is microing slightly, but the fires are just too strong against those galleys. So blue has signalled, and I think he's signalled to say that Eggman's fishing ventures are done. Right, so Handy has been forced back. He's pulling his fishing ships out of the carnage area. Alright, so this castle has forced green to evacuate and head back behind the enemy lines. Sorry, not behind enemy lines, away from enemy lines. So there's a well played from green to Lily. Alright, so blue also done a lot of walling around resources here, denying monsters access to the stone. Potentially why had to go down here with his horse cart. Do you have monsters putting up a tower here? Sorry, a castle. That's likely to go up. Alright, so Handy has reached to War Galley now, so that should be enough to take out these fires. Castle's at 43%. That should go up. All right, so war wagons from Eggman on the field now, hunting for villagers. So castle is almost up, 77%. Oh, but it has been denied. It has been denied. So that's a big loss for monsters. So we have Handy cleaning up the fishing attack down here. So Handy has put second TC down now. Right, the town centre is about to go down for green. Alright, this castle is still not up, on an annoying 80%. Bill's on the move from blue. So Eggman is going to try and get rid of these fortifications. We do have a donjon from green. But he is running. He has to find somewhere else to go. So meanwhile, Handy does seem to have cleared up the fishing. And he's on the fish traps. So he also has siege coming out. And I suspect he's going to go and clean up these docks to prevent any other military units coming out of those docks, so that he can secure this stretch of the water. So all the action then is back here. So Eggman has found green. So green just has 18 vills. He's very precarious now. 17 vills, 16. And so blue is also housed. But he is putting up a castle right around these resources, which are pretty important for Eggman and monsters. And also another pressuring castle from blue here. So monsters is very pressurized back into a corner now. 18 vills. Could never get his castle finished here. But green is in trouble. Very much pegged down. Blue is a nice, safe economy. It does have knights on the field. So I think the call has been put out to go and see what Handy's up to. So the Ram's doing the job on the docks here. And he has found some of Light Blue's fishing up here. And so he's probably going to take all that out. Light Blue's not happy about that. So he wants to come and do some damage elsewhere. So Eggman seems to have taken the centre back. Green is completely pinned down. Monsters is in a bit of a tight spot there. It'd be good if he could ever get that castle up, but we'll see. So Light Blue into Handy's economy now. Let's see if there's any reaction. It does have a few knights in protection, but it's not enough. So Handy's put the panic defensive castle up. So blue should be in there, going after those vills. He's dilly-dallying, he's giving time, and he's just going straight through. He should have committed there. So a bit of a reprieve, bit of luck for Handy. So on to the next town centre. He's taking out vills though. So he's getting some kills. Handy is taking some losses. But he does have some protection of his castle now. And there are some fires, but they've gone straight past the galleys. And Handy is forced to retreat. So very congested here in the middle. Eggman wants the next kill. So he's got a ball of the wagons. He's chasing off Blue from the gold. Light Blue is getting castles set up. And Handy's going to look to take these knights out. He's got spears in play now. So all of that should die. Or at least be fought back. Handy doing a great job of pushing Blue back. He is going to deny this tower and taking out a good lot of vills at the same time. So Light Blue does decide to take off, at least for the moment. Doesn't attack Handy. Skirting with it. There's a few knights just waiting in ambush there from Handy, just waiting for the right opportunity. Alright, so knights, Handy is on fires, just to protect that portion of the coast. Here's fish trapped up here. Blue is taking the opportunity to take out houses. And Handy is got some forward positions just to see what's going on. Right, so this castle is still being worked on. Blue has managed to get the tower up, actually, and plant another town centre for defence. Green has risen from the ashes and now is up to 25 vills. But Blue has a nice ring of castles defending his home economy, which is very well protected. And he does still have the fishing going on. So really, Handy needs to be sending these fires up, doing something. They're just wasted there at the moment, not doing anything. At least put them on attack or something like that. Alright, Eggman is going back in for the towers. It's not going to work out this time. They're going to be taken out and pushed back. Alright, Castle Fire is reaching green here. So this is looking like a game between red and light blue. They're the ones that haven't had as much action. They've had the most time to build up. So here's Handy and light blue. So Handy should win this one. Hopefully that will allow him to go up and take out the fishing economy. Blue deciding to wall up that portion of the map, which is potentially smart if this goes late game. If they can wall up through here, that would mean that they would control more of the map. Alright, Handy taking the opportunity to press the advantage. He will win that battle. And there doesn't seem to be anything more coming out of the dock at the moment. And only just now, Brother has advanced to the Castle Age. That's a very late Castle Age. Wow. So now he's putting down the second TC. Castle has disappeared from monsters now. That's unfortunate. All right, so the Dojon proving to be a bit of an annoyance to Eggman there. And now light blue has a very decent mix of army, Cavalier and Camel. Handy just sitting here taking his time, just protecting that stretch of stone here. But there is a mass migration here.
Yeah.
So I think Handy has decided to come on over and get into the mix of it. So we have Lily is the only one in the Imperial Age at the moment. And Handy. So the two players that have been allowed to boom are now making their entrance known. Right, so green has put up a flare here to say this is where it's going down. And so Eggman is under pressure now with Imperial Age tech. Still yet to get there himself. Monsters is really, really crushed up against the coast here. There's not much area for him to expand. Blue has pinned him in really rather well here. So perhaps maybe he could have thought about expanding up here. Maybe just sending out some Vils to establish another satellite base. But super congested in the middle here. So Handy is now brushing up against green space, who's looking to push out more, get some more space for himself. All right, so now we are starting to have everyone butt up against each other. So there's no getting away from it now. Handy is into green and decides better of it because he wants to go and deal with light blue and this castle here. So Handy has managed to take out the fishing economy up here, which is great. So light blue has to rely on farms now. Still has the fish traps going. All right, so that castle was denied. A very strong mix of units for light blue. It's got the Savar against Cavalier.
Here and here.
Army-wise, well, Handy does have the bigger army militarily. Just taking time to fortify the position here. Okay, Elizabeth advanced to the castle age. Finally. Alright, so here we have light blue trying for another castle. It's going to get denied straight away. It's good defense here from Handy, mixing in the pikes, or rather the spears. And he forces light blue to back away. So that castle may go up, but it's going to be very weak. Trebs are taken out though. And the castle is being repaired. And hoardings are on the way. He doesn't want that to happen again. Alright, so Monsters has finally put a push together. He's got some rams coming out. He's had enough of being pinned back. Meanwhile, Green has decided to relocate yet again under the protection of Light Blue. So this castle is attacked once more. Just the two Trebs at the moment. Here comes a third. It's got 29 Cavalier. So that, with the pikemen, does seem to be enough to push off any advance from Light Blue. Blue is starting to get well established with a big ring of castles protecting all of this side of the map. So Red is likely going to take out that castle now. And so he baits the Severe into following him home, and that allows his Trebs to finish the job. Alright, so still extremely congested in here. Trebs lie in wait from Blue. So Blue has also got a lot of fish traps. Nice peaceful economy there, which frees up the land, so you don't have to have a lot of farms. Eggman, it's got the war wagons there. Just keeping Blue in check. Alright, so Eagle going after yet another castle. He's got the spears on the front. And so Light Blue has to commit to that. Take out those Trebs, but he's going to lose a lot of his army in the process. So Handy is going to come out on the better side of that. And Light Blue is forced to run. Alright, so Monster's starting to just chip away at Blue's house wall. Oh, and Eggman has unfortunately lost the wagons. Yeah, so Lithuanian Latus. Alright, so Handy wants a castle on the hill. And he also wants to deny this one. Can't deny it, but he is going to take out some of those vills in the process. Light Blue has fallen asleep. He's going to lose a lot of vills there. So that castle is most likely in trouble. But he does force the fight from Light Blue. And I think Red is going to come out on top of that one. Especially when he brings the pikes in now. He has lost his vills, I believe, though. So he's going to have to find some other recruits to come over and finish that job. Blue has abandoned that castle, so that will go down. All right. Light blue needs to rethink what's going on. And red is going to go in and take out that treb, and then most likely come back to the safety and get healed up by that monk. Still 2 trebs on the field, 3 trebs on the field. Next target is likely this castle here. Meanwhile, still no real push from either side. Oh, okay, here we go. Blue's got the trebs together now. So he's going after Monster's Castle. Despite the repair work, that is a lost cause, that one. So this is the first real push to actually have any distinction from either side through here now. The latest are going to cause quite a bit of an issue there for the Vils. Light blues put a flare up, and he wants help. So he feels like Handy's getting on top of this situation more than he likes. Elizabeth has said, okay, I'm going to try. We are a team, of course. All right, meanwhile, blue is putting all sorts of pressure on monsters. Eggman, in amongst all this, has been relegated to a patch of land. So the wagons just haven't worked out this time. He's trying his best, whatever he can, to do for the cause. So it seems whatever stand that red can put on here, it's probably going to be the direction the game takes. So light blue is down to 4 military. Handy has 70. Which is combined more than Team Brother, but it really does come down to the economics of it. So Team Eagle only has 188 economic members on the field to the almost 300 of the opposing team. So I think the writing is on the wall, although this is a strong push from red. But yellow is pretty much all but done for, I would say, here. It's just the economy left, and the latest can probably sweep all of that up. Meanwhile, we do have the cannon galleons now starting to attack from the ocean. So red's economy is under siege, is at risk. But he is making short work of light blue. So it has enough of a snowball here. So nice work from Handy to lure the spears into the castle fire. Makes it a bit more manageable to deal with. So he is wearing down light blue. Green is chasing a single red halberdier around. Resources wise, so I mean, people are low on gold now. Handy has a decent amount. So yellow continues to feel that pain. He's now got rams ramming down all of his town, so that one's just a matter of time. We do have a lot of latest massing up here. So we've got Handy being chased around by Halbs, which is giving the Trebs time to do their thing. So there's a loss of a relic there, which won't please light blue. So green has managed to boom back up from the ashes here. So it was down to just a handful of Vils, is now back up to 80. is now contributing to the fight. Blue coming forward with the siege now. So Handy continues to press. Does have 5 trebs now, which is a great number. Use army, bro. So green is telling blue to get the latest on the field. And he's also telling blue exactly where to go. Because light blue is getting pummeled. So the call's been put out. Let's see if that's enough to actually swing the tide here. And blue has actually snuck right into the eco here. So it's completely routed red. Red's not even reacting to this, so he's going to lose everything. Eggman is actually out of it. He's already quit. And so it really is just a matter of, well, how long do you play on for now? Maybe you've got a personal goal to push back a certain amount, or you just play until all the army's gone. So absolutely everything here being wiped out. Fishing, still alright. Monsters pretty much gone. Just 2 military somewhere on the field. Handy wants one more castle in here. If you have the resources, why not? So the latest still haven't entered the fray, but it looks like they're on the way now. So that castle will go up. It's from all sides now. So still a bit hesitant getting involved. Just going to perch them there on the top. And now they'll dive in. Trebs still doing massive damage. The latest, they'll take down that castle. Here come the recruits. But I don't think that's going to be enough. So Arbalesque doing the roundabout, trying to give the castle enough time to take a few out. He's going to seek refuge in the castle. Increase the arrow fire there. Hopefully the halbs can do a number on these guys. But no, latest just too strong. Now it's just a matter of getting some final shots from these trebs. Cavalier going up to visit Monsters. Monsters has left the building. Alright, well. Wow, epic. 3v3 on Nomad. Lots going on. Very busy game. All parts of the map now being used. So green is like the phoenix of the match, and the GG is called by Monsters. GG called by Handy. Well, right. Okay, so let's take a final look. So green, after almost being out of it with like 10, 12 villages in the middle here, somehow has come back to be one of the most prolific players. So 102 vills, 2 military somewhere. But then so stepping back, I think Team Brother played well in the middle here. So their strategy of walling, as unusual as it was, I think it's kind of added an extra element of A, surprise, and B, utility for protecting the resources. So going around this gold, walling in the base a little bit so you knew the avenues that you could be attacked from. That really helped. Walling in the resources up here for monsters, denying him those resources and forcing him down here. I think that was significant as well. Other aspects were probably not enough contesting the water. So if you are going to invest in ships, then I think it makes sense to invest in something to protect them. So Handy did a reasonable job of that and actually ended up winning water down here. Probably should have invested into more fish with the boom here on fish and fish traps, although I don't think food was necessarily a limiting factor in everything all considered. And then so I think it was just solid play from Team Brother in the middle, not to let Eggman through too much, not to do too much damage. The wagons potentially weren't used to the best of their ability or just really well countered. I have to go back and have a look at that. But in any case, yeah, the light blue player, along with red, were given the time to boom, and so that's where the real muscle came from. I think all things considered, red probably got up on that. But by then, both, Eggman and monsters had been bested, so it was more heading towards a 1v3 rather than a 3v3. But fun game, and lots to look at, and I'll see you in the next one.